have an image of a wonderful tree out in the Mayaca wilderness. I just love the shape of the trees out there. And I've done some basic editing to the image, but let's see if we can't take it just that one step further by adding some split toning. When you add split toning, you click the split toning panel to open it. You've got two areas you can add to: highlights, which are the midtones and the brighter areas of the image, and shadows, which of course are the shadow areas. So this was late in the afternoon. Let's kind of warm this up a little bit by adding a little bit of an orange tint to the highlights. And to do this, I click the highlights swatch. I can also drag the hue slider or the saturation slider, but I prefer working directly in the color swatch. And if I go across here, and as I drag, notice it's changing the color in the image. I don't want to go too over the top. I just want to warm it up a bit. So right about there looks pretty good to me. Now let's go to shadows. Now shadows, I can click and drag. And I'm just going to add just kind of a blue tint to the shadows. Okay, now I've got my shadows and my highlights set with split toning. Now let's see what balance does. If I drag balance to the left, it affects only the shadow areas if I go all the way to the left. If I go all the way to the right, it affects only the highlights. Now in this case, I want to work with the highlights, but not quite that much. So I'm going to go back here, and that looks pretty good to me. Now, do I want to drag these sliders every time I've got an image in warm light in the late part of the day and I want to apply this effect? No. So let's create a preset. So if I go to the left panel and I click the plus sign in presets, notice I've got two options here: folder for user presets, and I've already created a folder for my awesome presets, which is where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to call this Late Afternoon Delight, for lack of a better name. And what do I want to apply to this? I need to use the process version. I don't need to use calibration. When I'm creating a new preset, I generally click check none. And the only thing selected is the process version. And what that will do, the process version, when Lightroom is updated to another process version, when a newer version comes out, this preset will work on it. So what did I put on here? I used split toning, and that was it. So I'll click create, and now I've got the preset. And the easiest way to check whether your preset works or not is to go back into the history panel and go back to the step before you put the split toning in, and that was clarity. Now go up to the preset panel and select Late Afternoon Delight, and there it is. So the next time I want this effect on an image, all I need to do is go to Late Afternoon Delight, and there it is. So there you have it, the split toning panel and creating a preset in Lightroom CC.